I'm in Diddy's business because I have no business of my own. Y'all, breaking news. It's after 3 o'clock in the morning, and this news just broke that Diddy's sentencing memorandum was just released. Y'all, let's get into it. I'm going to read the first page because it's actually 164 pages. I'm going to read some of the first page for you. Okay, here it goes. Okay, throughout this case and over the course of a 7-week trial, this court has seen extensive evidence demonstrating the defendant's criminal conduct perpetrated across more than a decade. At trial, the defendant disputed that the government had made out particular elements of the charged federal offenses, but he largely conceded his conduct: the violence, domestic abuse, drug use and distribution, and bribery. The defendant will not be punished for any crime of which he was acquitted, of course, but punishment for his crimes of conviction must take into account the manner in which he committed them. His crimes of conviction are serious and have warranted sentences over 10 years in multiple cases for defendants who, like Sean Combs, engaged in violence and put others in fear. Consistent with those cases and based on the collaborated evidence presented at trial, this court should impose a sentence of no less than 135 months, which is 11 years and 3 months imprisonment. A substantial term of imprisonment is also needed in the case because of the defendant is unrepentant. Incredibly, while the defendant conducted his acts of violence and about throughout the trial, he now agrees that his victim should shoulder the blame. Wow. And that's gave the code. The defendant tries to recast decades of abuse as simply the function of mutually toxic relationships. But there is nothing mutual about a relationship where one person holds all the power and the others end up blooded and bruised. Indeed, a connection with sentencing. Cassandra Ventura, who along with multiple escorts was transported across state lines by the defendant for multi-day freak-offs. Y'all, they are recommending that his sentence be at least 11 years and 3 months. Now, that does not mean that the judge is going to agree with that, right? That does not mean that, but it went from the prosecution saying 4 to 5 years, the defense was saying 14 months and maybe time served. Well, the judge told them to go back to the drawing board, and this is what the government has come up with as a sentencing recommendation for Diddy. Y'all, this is breaking news. Let me know what you think about in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later.